Hey everyone, and welcome back to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. My name is Safia from Stampin' with Safia, and today I'm going to be working with Catherine Pooler's Boba with My Bestie stamp set and dies to create a fun card for you. So I really love this. Like when I was assigned this product, I was really excited because I don't have anything that has boba tea or bubble tea in any of my stash of stamp sets and crafts. So I was pretty excited about this. I definitely wanted to use the panda and the bubble tea because I go get bubble tea all the time and mine looks like that. I'm also going to be using this embossing folder by Spellbinders. And I think it's called Watercolor Splash or something like that. I will link it below in the video. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm just going to stamp my images first. So I'm using my black memento ink, and I'm going to stamp initially, I guess I stamped all of the bubble tea glasses. I only ended up using 2, but I wanted to stamp them all just to see if I would need them or not. I wasn't entirely sure when I was making the card if I was going to need them. I knew for sure I wanted the panda bear one though. So I'm using my Distress Oxide ink, the shaded Lilac, to do my panda bubble tea. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the Espresso Distress ink to add the bubbles at the bottom. I considered using like a blue color, but after I stamped it in espresso, I thought it looked pretty accurate. The next cup, I'm going to make like kind of like a strawberry milkshake. And so I'm using a light pink colored ink that I have in my stash for that. I don't have the distress color for that one, so I just used something that I had. And then I'm going to add strawberries into the cup using the Rusty Barn color. I'm not used to these colors, guys, so sometimes I forget what the name is. And for that last strawberry there, I just stamped it off before stamping so that it would look like it's kind of in the background. Now I'm using my Copic marker B00 to add some shade and color and texture to those glasses. I didn't want to make them just white because they looked really flat. And then by using my Copic marker to add in some shading, it actually gave it some dimension and made it look kind of like a glass. I was trying to be very careful not to touch the pink color in there, but also add that blue shading. So now I'm just going to go ahead and color in my straws. For the purple cup, I am using V12 to do my straw. And for the strawberry one, I'm going to be using R81. Now I'm just going to take my dies and cut those cups out. So now we're going to go ahead and start working on the background of this card. I am using my embossing folder, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull that out and make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see. It has like that splatter effect on it, and I thought that would go perfect with the bubble tea. So I've got my panel and I've lined it up behind my my glass mat there, and it has card sizes on my glass mat. So I kind of lined it up to where my panel was, and then I just started coloring my embossing folder. I am just using a some distress inks and some blending brushes to do that. And I started with with Salvaged Patina on the inside, and then I'm using Salty Ocean to go around that with the blending brush. And then the last color I'm going to use is that shaded Lilac. That's actually one of my favorite colors. I think it's very pretty. So I use that for the very end of the card. Now I wanted to add kind of some pink around there too, but I didn't have enough space. Like my panel was not that big, and so if I would have made those colors smaller, maybe it would have worked, but I was fine with those 3 colors. So now I'm just going to take my white panel that I'm going to emboss, and I'm going to stick that right in the middle, close it, and then I'm just going to go ahead and run that through my embossing machine. So this is what I ended up with. I'm just using my blending brushes to fill in some more color where I think it's kind of missing. I think that looks really pretty though. I did have to use a shim in my embossing machine because it wasn't fully picking up the color. So now I'm just using some light purple cardstock, and I'm going to matte that in the background of that embossed image. And I'm going to take a scallop die there along with another circle die, and I'm going to tape them together, and I'm going to run those through my machine to make kind of like a frame. I'm going to do the same thing in black. I wasn't sure which color I wanted to use initially, so I did both colors. So I would have a purple frame and a black frame. I decided to end up using the black frame and the purple circle on the inside. I also thought that maybe it'd be fun to make my purple panel in the background kind of slanted, just because it has like this splash of color effect, and this was also just fun to do instead of making it completely fit inside the frame like square, right? Like I feel like I do everything square, and so I kind of did these off center just to make it look fun and go with the theme. So I'm just gluing everything down now. I'm going to take my black frame and I'm going to put that kind of in that blue area. Right now I'm just using magnets to hold that down. And I'm going to get some glue and put that down in that blue area there. So just be very careful when you're gluing the black frame. You want to use minimal glue. So just put a little bit and then spread it with the tip of that Tombow glue and then put it down. Now I didn't squeeze it all the way down. I ended up taking a block, I think, yeah, and putting it over the top. That works really well so you don't get sticky fingers everywhere. So now I'm using the circle that I had left from the other frame, and I'm going to kind of put that in the middle. Then I'm going to take my two drinks, the cutest drinks ever, and I'm going to put those on top of that circle. So for the strawberry one, I'm going to put that flat down, and then dimensionals for the panda bear. I also forgot to do my greeting there, so I'm just doing that now. I thought it'd be cool to put it kind of on the side there, but then I ended up making a bannered end. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just cutting it a little bit further away, and now I'm just going to banner that end with my scissors. And all you have to do is take your scissors, start on one end, go to the middle, and then do the exact same thing on the other side, and it kind of just comes apart. So my idea initially was to put it over there, but then after I glued my strawberry shake down, I didn't really like the way that it looked over there because the strawberry shake was flat, and so it would have kind of covered it, and I didn't want that. So I'm just putting some liquid glue on the strawberry shake and lining it up using my panda bear drink as a guide. And then for the panda drink, I'm going to use some foam squares. I'm using my big ones because it's actually a pretty big, actually I guess it's not that big, but it's a bigger die that can fit those ones on there. And so I just used those. For my greeting, I decided to now put it at the bottom there, like just in that corner. And for that, I'm going to use foam squares as well. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of tuck that in right next to the panda bear drink. And I think that card looks really fun. So last but not least, I am going to add some embellishments. These are actually like snowflake embellishments, but I thought they looked really fun and that they would fit into that background really well, and so I just used them. So I'm going to put two bigger ones near the bottom, and then I'm going to take another big one and put it off to the side there, and then I took two of the little snowflakes for the top just because I wanted them to look kind of further away than the rest of them. So that is my card for you today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, go ahead and subscribe to the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel. Also, come visit me on my own channel at Stampin' with Safia. I'll probably have another project using this stamp set there. And if you've enjoyed this, go ahead and check out the other 2 videos that I have posted here above. The other artists on this team are great, and they have some great projects for you to watch. Anyways, thanks for joining me today, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.